Hi there, it's Devin with Proxy, made by Proxy.com. Today we're doing a professional user testing on Tysons, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Haganah. I hope I said that right. It's quite a mouthful. The purpose of this review is to show what it's like for a professional web designer to use a website made by someone that's not a professional. And we're just going to go into just kind of the broad strokes. There's a report that we give with every user testing review, and that'll be included with this one, and that will have a lot more detail, a lot more of the specific details, but this is just kind of first impressions and just things that a professional web designer would notice right away. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing here is that we've got a very large logo. I mean, this thing is massive. It's taken up half the screen. I don't understand why. Well, kind of do. If you look at this top section, you'll notice that the logo has a lot going on in it, right? So any good logo should look just as good small as it does large. I mean, think of a Nike swoosh or a Mickey Mouse head. It's going to look just as good the size of a postage stamp as it does on a billboard, right? Well, this one, I don't think you would be able to tell what's going on small. You wouldn't know what those guys are doing. So I don't even know if you know those are people if it was shrank down. No, it's too complex, and I think that's why they had to make it so large. When it comes also to something else important to remember when it comes to logo design, logos are meant to be identification, not communication, right? Your logo is not the point in which you want your customer to understand everything that you do, right? So let's go back to Nike. Nike's logo is not a guy wearing shoes smiling. Mickey Mouse, Disney's logo isn't somebody high-fiving Mickey Mouse, right? So that's just not how logos are supposed to work. They should be small, and they should be able to transcend a wide variety of mediums, and you should be able to put it on t-shirts, bags, business cards, whatever. And it's just supposed to stay simple, and it's really just a brand. It's just identification. So that's a lot of logo talk. Let's move on. So I'm seeing there's the color psychology here. I don't know enough about this type of martial arts to know if this is correct or not, but looking at just first glance at these colors, this bright red and the dark black, it seems like it's all about just anger and aggression and come on in and kick some ass, right? I don't know if that's what it's all about, but I'm just saying that's what I get from when it comes to the colors like this. There's a white outline all around this logo. There's no reason for that. I don't know why that exists. There's enough contrast between the red and the black. You don't need an outline. It's kind of dated. In fact, down here, this outline is smaller than this outline. It doesn't even match. Very interesting. There is a navigation in the middle of the page. I don't think I've ever seen that. So something important here is this is your homepage. It is your most important landing page, and the top section, the hero section, is the most important section. This is really the engine of the entire website, and it's at this point that you'll be getting your most customers, right? Most people are not going to dive in and do a deep dive. I mean, of course we want them to, but your website should be so easy a drunk person could use it. I should be able to show up here blackout drunk and know what's going on, and from this I really don't know. I just don't, as a newcomer, I just don't know what's happening here. I've never heard of, I don't really know much about Jiu-Jitsu. I've never heard of Haganah. I don't know what Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is. So, me personally, well, not even just my own opinion, studies show that videos increase conversion rates drastically. Get a video of a background video montage kind of thing of people in the gym actually performing this sort of martial art so I can see what it's all about, right? Studies also show that saying some sort of pain point on your landing page on the hero section, some sort of pain point will increase conversions. Conversions meaning the amount of people that show up and don't just bounce, but they actually convert into real paying customers, real money in your hands. So I don't see any pain points here. I don't see any benefits here. I don't actually see anything that differentiates this company from another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu company, or for that matter, any other martial arts company like a karate studio or Kung Fu. I don't know. I really don't understand. Why would I choose this sort of martial arts? And why would I choose this gym? It doesn't tell me right here. So, I mean, it's a little harsh, but that's what I see. Let me go down a section. Okay, we've got two really good things happening right here. We've got the sign up for your intro classes and 2 free reports on fitness and self-defense. So what that's telling me is that's an offer. Over here, free introductory class. Okay, see, this is actually 2 of the same exact offer, but this one comes with guides. So best practice is to have 2 different offers, right? And I thought these were 2 different offers, and that would be fantastic. Over here, get a free class. Over here, not ready for a free class yet? Get the free guide, learn about what we do, learn about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, come back later, right? You know, you're planting a seed that's going to hopefully turn into a future customer, right? Especially if you do this properly. Now, I actually did sign up for this a little earlier, and I went to some sort of page for, but it wasn't exactly a thank you page. So I'm not sure if you're tracking conversions or not. It was something that worked for the email service, and I don't know if I'm going to get follow-up emails or what I signed up for. So something else, 80% of sales require 5 follow-ups. So hopefully that signed me up for 5 emails, which are later going to teach me what you do. That'd be great. So as a designer, this is just so much wrong going on with this section right here, okay? This is the first text I'm seeing, unless you count the logo. And yes, it is an offer, that's great. But why is it in this font? This font does not match the brand. Your brand so far has been very tough, kind of kick-ass. Down here, this is the kind of font you would see on a fashion line or makeup company or maybe a higher end blog, but not. It doesn't match. It doesn't match your overall brand so far. And then now the hierarchy here is out of whack. You've got free introductory class could be large, right? But there's no reason the email and the phone number should be the same size. Those are much less important details. So that's what we mean by hierarchy. You would have your top information much larger. Your more important information is larger than your less important information. I don't know who this fella is or why he's here. Okay, so here's something that sets the gym apart. No other school in Tysons Corner in the DC metro area offers the world's most effective boot camp. Yeah, so if that's what sets you apart, it's all under one roof. You know, learn multiple martial arts styles under one roof. Put that in the header. That's something that sets you apart, right? That's just it's like 3 memberships in one, right? I'm not sure yet. You know, this is just me talking as a guy that is just now getting introduced to the company, but that is definitely a differentiating factor. It's very good for a brand. I mean, by definition, branding is setting yourself apart. It's the art of differentiation, they say. Okay, this is fantastic. Taught by instructor Bill belt right now. The country's only black belt in both systems. I mean, come on. That's fantastic. Put that up top. If the staff or the owner, if they're the ones that are, if they're a main attraction, make a section about that. Why is this being just slotted away in this wall of text here? That's crazy to me. Put that up top somewhere. Put that in its own section. Make that stand out. It's much more important than the rest of the stuff. It really is. These differentiating factors. Now here's something interesting. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is often called the gentle art. Well, as we talked about earlier, this brand is not screaming gentle. It's not saying anything about the health benefits or the mental benefits or becoming a better person or the Zen aspect of this type of martial arts. I would expect something that's the gentle art would be like really cool and kind of mystical looking, maybe like a really cool watery, oceany blues and greens and things like that, something. But this red and black is like, no, it's like an 80s arcade game where you're just whooping the crap out of each other. I don't understand. All right. Yeah, there's no call to action at the bottom. There's one up here, I guess. It doesn't really stand out enough, though, by the way. There's nothing I can click on to do anything. There's no buttons. As a rule, we've been conditioned to look for buttons to tell us what to do on the website, but I'm not seeing any buttons. In fact, up here, this is just red text. It's not even a link. And these are mostly stock photos, I think. If they're not stock photos, they made them look like stock photos, which is sad. And these are mostly stock photos, I think. If they're not stock photos, they made them look like stock photos, which is sad. You want your design to reflect the people that will be using it, okay? You want it to look genuine and to look real. And this just looks like a series of stock photos. It looks like somebody, I don't know if this is a real gym, to be honest with you. I'm not saying it to be mean, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know if somebody just made this site and, does the place really exist? I don't see. That's something else. Where are the testimonials? Where are the trust signals? I'm not seeing it. Where are the awards? Where are the memberships that you're a part of? I'm almost certain that this is a great place, but this website does not reflect that whatsoever, which is really sad. It could, but hey, that's why we're taking the first steps here, right? It's the bones of a good website. A website should be a very good sales tool. It should be a very strong, hardworking sales tool for this company, and it's not. This one's just not doing it. There's a lot of missing factors here. All right, so speaking of social, let's see what these do. Let's check. If for me, I would put a live social feed like with the Instagram on here, something like that, because that could help. That could do amazing things. Social proof in that aspect. Let's click it. I don't know if my camera's set to pick up all tabs. Oh yeah, there's a good Instagram. Yeah, it's a good looking gym. Yeah, it's real. That would be great on this page. Let's click the Facebook. Says it's not available right now. That's weird. Well, that's no good. Okay. All right, so we've covered the homepage. I think we've kind of dived into that. Let's go back to, let's check out these other ones. Again, it's the same photo from the other page. That's okay. So here we go. We've got a couple things here. There's nothing technically wrong with bullet points, but you could do so much more with these strong benefits. Okay, I would like to see those called out in a much stronger fashion, one that really screams to the user that this is what it's all about. And I'm looking at these, and again, they're not matching the brand for me. Develop mental toughness, improve your cardio, reduce stress, emphasize self-defense, confidence and honor, overall health. These are fantastic benefits. Put those on the homepage right underneath your main call to action. That's why somebody would choose you, because you do all that, right? And again, this brand does not say that at all. So, that red is not saying this to me. Right now, this whole thing is kind of jumbled. It's a bit of a headache. And it really, it could be so much cooler. It really could. It could be very zen, and I'm just not seeing that here, though. There's that gentle art thing again. It sounds pretty cool. I mean, I'm starting to get the feel for it. But I'm diving in more than your average user. I'll tell you that. I don't think they're going to be going through these walls of text. And this is a whole lot of real estate that's getting lost too. I mean, if you want to keep that sidebar there, that's fine. But I would make it sticky to the top here. And so that way it just stays with the user the whole time. Because right now you've got this empty space. Now, negative space is cool, but not like this. This is the wrong use of negative space. You want some breathing room, sure, but not like that. Let's try this link here. Yeah, okay, so these don't go to anything. Yeah, okay. I don't know if it picked up this tab, because I think I got it set to only record one tab, but this just sent me to the 404 page on this website, not Facebook. So that's broken. Next time I record, I'll make sure that it records all tabs, but you can go there and check it out yourself if you'd like. Let's go to the next one. This is different. Free introductory class, Haganah news and updates. Is it a different mailing list? Where did this come from? Why is there a chain link back here? Again, I'm telling you, this whole thing looks like it's a cage match to the death. It doesn't look like something. You're gonna lose the yoga crowd or CrossFit crowd or whatever. I guess I'd have to dive in a little deeper. This is amazing. That sounds fantastic. Even I would show someone small defeating someone large in a video or just a background image, and I would say something about this. This is a fantastic. That sums it up. Sounds like. Yeah, I would say learn the martial arts used by the Israeli troops, and and defeat someone twice your size, something like that. But I would definitely put those kind of benefits up top. I would have that as your headline. So, long history of Haganah. Interesting. Something else, I'm wondering if this site uses H1 tags properly. I'm wondering what the main keyword is here. Something to look into. If it's this, it's great, but I'd be willing to bet there's more H1s on here because they look about the same. Yeah. With SEO, you really only want one H1 tag per page, and that should include your main keyword. So if you've got two, they're going to clash, and it's going to Google's going to have a hard time indexing your site. It's just bad practice. Now this photo right here is fantastic. Put that on the homepage. Put that on the homepage as under, as the background image or something, if you don't have anything better, because this shows real people really learning. It doesn't look like a stock photo. So yeah, I would focus on this. This is your audience right here, right? So there's children. There's a woman here, right? There's this guy. He doesn't look like a professional athlete. Not saying anything mean. I'm just saying this looks like a regular guy. So this is the kind of people you're going to train, right? And I think you should show your you should show what you have to show the audience that you want. Your design should reflect the audience that you want. Okay, let's move on here. That's good. Something else though from user flow. I mean, can't really book anything here, can I? How are you gonna know if your class is gonna be over full, right? Like, so what? Some classes 3 people show up. That's kind of damaging to the class, right? Like if I showed up somewhere and there's only 3 people, I would I don't know. It just seems this is kind of the kind of activity you want to perform along with others, right? You want other people to be there. You don't want to just, unless it's a private lesson. What's it says? Private classes. I don't know if it's just one-on-one. I'm not sure. Like, what does the class entail too? Like, what a pre-intro class. It'd be kind of cool to see what's on the agenda. You want to be very descriptive. You want to give them a little preview of what's to come, I think. But yeah, if you had some sort of booking feature here, then you can make sure your classes get to the right sizes. You know who to expect. You could follow up. You could send reminders and follow up with people beforehand, that kind of thing. But this is just basic hours right here. Not sure what this is built with, but I mean, it serves its purpose, I'm sure. But you could do a lot more with this. Let's move on to contact. Okay, so see, I thought we were going to a contact page, but now there's more about Bill. This should be on an about page, or maybe a staff page. I'd probably do about, right? And then just drill into each, all the cool stuff about the staff there. Whoa, that's an impressive resume. Don't get me wrong, but this should really be on the about page, not on a contact page. Because now I scrolled all the way down the page, and now I'm on the contact section finally, right? This is good down here. This is fine. This works. Now I'm not sure if this site is doing this or not. Well, I guess it couldn't be. Now think about it. I was gonna say, I guess going to the contact page would be your conversion, because here's the thing: how are you gonna measure conversions if you've got the email and the phone number all over the place? I guess not everybody needs to measure those, but if they don't want, but it's best practice to have, for instance, so what I would do is I would set this up to where you have contact us or whatever, or no, I'm sorry, not contact us. It would say, schedule your free class, right? And then it would take them to the contact section and ask them some questions and whatever. and automatically it would schedule it. It's in a confirmation. I would do something like that. Then your confirmation page is what you use to track conversions. That would be your what we call the goal, right, in analytics. And or if you just wanted to leave it as it is, you just want people email in and call in, that's fine too. But then what you should really do in order to measure, again, you can't improve what you can't measure. So when you say schedule a free class, it would take them to this page, and this page would be marked as the goal, right? So this information is still available, the email and the phone number, but it's only on one page. So if they made it to the contact page, then that means that they count as a conversion, right? And then you could see how well your site's performing. I've got a feeling the site's not really tracking anything right now, so they might not know. But yeah, there's a lot of things that can be done. Okay, so that about wraps it up. Overall, I'd say that this is a very good start to a website. There's a lot of good information here, a lot that can be done with it. It's just not being utilized in a very effective manner. There's a lot of things that could be done differently to really help turn this into a money-making machine rather than, what it is right now, which is it's almost in the infant stages, really. So Tysons, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Haganah, if you're interested. Proxy does full web design services. That includes web design, development. We create new logos. We will help with the branding, like I mentioned earlier, all those colors and the psychology behind the brand. We help with that. We do custom illustration. We do animations. We make sure that the site is the effective sales tool that it needs to be. And that's all for one flat fee. If you're interested, give us a call. We'll talk. All right. Thanks. Bye.